Hello everyone and welcome to the Division 2 video. Today we are looking at an exciting game between Hubert Finglebum and YKOmamori in the December monthly tournament in the SDL Discord. So I hope this is an interesting one because we have an interesting division with Gorno Strelki. It's a good old long income grind and we have a new player that we haven't seen on the channel yet with YKOmamori. Quick interruption from future me. So I also have a poll on the channel right now by the time this video goes live. So you can go to my channel under community. There will be a poll regarding the type of content from the content that I have on the channel so far that you do like the most. I just want to know, like, get a little update. I did the poll right after I started the channel when I had like less than 10 subs, and this number has changed since. So I do want to get updated on what you guys enjoy most. I still mostly want to do casts, to be honest, but I can definitely do a little bit more of something else if this is what you guys like. So just wanna know that. Also, I'm working on providing videos in higher resolution. Someone asked me in the comments if I can do that. My monitor is 1080p, so it's not that easy to go higher, of course, but there are workarounds to record at a higher resolution than your actual monitor has. This video was supposed to be the first one, but it didn't really work out, so you have to be a little bit patient, but I'm working on that too. But now let's go to the decks. And as always, we start with the more interesting division. I try to keep it short, but with this division, this is difficult. There's so many unique things here. I have to say, I absolutely love this division. It's not super strong, but it can be very strong in the right map with the right matchup. This is something that has to be said. Like, this thing can shred, but it has a lot of weaknesses that can be exploited. But I think it's so fun to play, so it's great to see a good player playing these in the tournament. You have some snipers in the recon tab, and then the Gorno Rozvedka, which is a fantastic unit. That's radio and more men than a tanko, otherwise it's basically a tanko. Infantry tab, you have the Gorno Saperi, 15 points for TNT thrower, and you also have all PP shots, I think, which is fantastic. Then you have the Gorno Circle DP triple machine gun unit. It's not super chunky, which kind of sucks, but for 20 points you can't really complain. Then you have to go on the Strelki, which is okay. The problem is it's still a bit expensive, and it's one of these hybrid units that is not really super good at anything, so that kind of pulls it down a little bit. Then B phase you have the Saperi, which is also great because it's 25 points, while usually grenade throwers are around 25 points. So yeah, you just end up trading up usually. And then some more Gonostrelki in B and C phase. And in C phase you also get he also brings the Morskaya after. This is a fantastic unit. 12-man Tom's unit, this thing shreds. In the tank type, you have the BT7, which is also great. It's a light tank, but it's super fast. You can rush it forward, has decent pens, and nothing to complain there. And then you have the M3, which is actually quite strong. It can trade up really, really nicely against a lot of tanks, and it can even beat similarly priced medium tanks that are usually hyper efficient, like like the Stück M42s or Panzer IIIs, because it has two guns. Like, both of them have normal rates of fire, but if both fire at the same time, you fire 2 shots for every one your opponent shoots, and this makes this thing so efficient. And then only in C phase you get your heavier stuff with the KV85. This is the channel theme of this division, which is why you want to play it either balanced or V for Victory, and I think V for Victory is a very good way to play this division. Personally, I do this as well. Support tab, nice little tools there, 50mm machine gun, OB25 ammo, and then the IC152, which of course only arrives in C phase because it's one of the heavier units here. At T-Tab, you do not have any bazookas, which is a weakness of this division, so you have to be careful what you play in this division against. He brings some PTRSs, 45mm NCs, 2s, only in A phase though. I personally would want some more SIS-2s, especially in this matchup, I feel like, but that's just me. AA tab, SIS-12 94 is fantastic. It's a double 25 mils, basically like the Dubla that we've seen already for the Romanians. Fantastic unit. And then the 37 mils in C phase, it's an odd choice. I personally would want to bring them in B phase. I feel like if you bring your AA in A phase and then in C phase, it's not enough. You can get bullied by planes quite heavily in A and B phase, in my opinion. So this is very risky. Artillery, you have the it's too long to to speak it out, but it's a great artillery piece that I think is unique to this division. It fires super fast. It is actually quite accurate with radio, and you have, plenty of radio in this division, so this thing can actually perform super well. Like, this is such an efficient unit, and it's fairly cheap as well. Then some off-map, yikes, air tap. You have some good options there as well, although not super convinced by everything that's here, but yeah, it is what it is. You have the P40, which is not great, but it has a big bomb loadout, so that's definitely good. The Hurricane is kind of a mixed bag. You know, it has good resilience and agility, medium, sorry, but that makes it good. And you have a good gun loadout. Problem is, it's just a little bit too slow, unfortunately. And then the Boston, yeah, Boston's are Boston's. They're fantastic. So yeah, pretty strong tools that you have here. And then on the other side, you have 26 Panzer, a classic that we see very often because it is a very solid division overall and has a lot of good tools. However, honestly, I'm not really convinced of his build. I have some serious questions here. So, Recon type brings the Panzer III, Panther D, and the STKF set. Surprised that we don't see any Recon Panzer IVs or anything, or any infantry recon. Infantry tab, he brings a lot of infantry and a lot in A phase too, especially a lot of CQC, and I'm honestly not a fan of it. The reason is simply that against Gorno, which is very strong at CQC, I do not think that you need to try to match it at CQC because it's better at this anyway, and it's more cost effective. Like there's so many cost effective tools there. I just don't think you're really going to win this. I'd rather focus on the strengths of 26 Panzer than try to match the weakness like the strength of Gorno, if I'm being honest. But yeah, and then B phase and C phase look pretty standard. Tank tab, he brings all the lighter tools with Panzer IIIs and Stück M42s. But he's very A phase heavy too. Like it's barely anything in B phase, which is odd. I mean, the income still goes up in B phase, so you want to have the tools available there. He only brings one card of Panther A, which is hard to kill for Gorno. I agree, but I still want to have something like medium sized, like a Panzer IV, maybe even the Stück M42s. I don't know, because you know with the recon and the tank that there's plenty of Panzer IIIs around anyway. And then C phase brings more Panthers, which of course you know match the KVs nicely. Then you have to support that more more Panzer. You have Panzer IV F1s and then Stück M43s. Okay, so there's at least something cheaper in B phase, I guess. Um, and then ammo, Gorilla, Opal Blades, but no IG, no flamethrowers, no nothing. AT tab, Panzerschreck, Pack 40, of course, one of the weaknesses of this division is that you don't have light AT options. And then Armada 3, and then he brings the Yak Panzer 4, but in C phase, which is very surprising, because in A and B phase, you know, Gorno will really struggle to kill this. In C phase, the KVs will not struggle to kill the Yak Panzer 4 A0. This variant specifically. The regular one, they will struggle against, but not this one. And then AA tab, you have the FAMO. FAMO it's an 88, but it has low ammo, which is unfortunate, so it runs out relatively quickly. And then in the artillery tab, he just brings the Wolframen and the 81mm mortar, but he brings I would say the worst ones, because it's still very expensive, but it has lower ammo. You get 4 of it, but you're not, like in AFIS, you're not going to buy this anyway, so I'm a little bit surprised about that. Also that he doesn't bring any tube artillery, but that's okay. But still this, I don't know. Personally wouldn't take it. Air type, we have some recon fighters, fighter bombers, and then of course the Alcyone, which are very strong. Like they're fast, good resilience, they have big bombs, so these can hurt quite a bit. And we're back. So as always, let's start with the deployments. So down south we do see a not super heavy deployment by Omamori. It depends on what you're looking at, I guess. He goes heavily up for the hill. He's rather passively here, nothing too fast there. Don't know which of these tanks go there. The F1s, okay. Interesting choice. I know these as well. Okay, and then something light up here. On the other side, we do see a massive deployment by Finglebum. So he goes for this hill, which has to be expected. He goes heavy in the town, in the center here, which also has to be expected with the BT7s, which are super fast. He tries to bring something in here, and a decently sized force up here as well. Interesting, usually players go from this side, and he goes from. I don't know if it's actually better. I've never tried it, to be honest, or not in a long time. Probably I have at some point. And then just some machine guns here to cover things off from Omamori. And then in the town, Finglebum goes also super heavy. I mean, his tools are cheap. So he can bring a lot of them to start. So yeah, quite big deployment here. So it looks like he's really trying to contest the town, and I think is not a bad idea for his division and its strengths. Although Omamori is not holding back in the town either. We do see a decent amount of infantry tanks there as well. So yeah, I think we see two big clashes right here. So curious for that. And I think with that, we can start the game. So as I've said multiple times, this is very typical here. Because someone was not super happy with me saying this. This is not the only way how we can play this map, but it's like the very classical way is to try to open up strong here and then try to grab the other side's hill. The other place here you can go, of course, is in the town or like through here. It's also something that you see, and looks like both the players here decide to do both. Actually, I'm surprised that Omamori doesn't try to get into here, although his infantry is probably not super well suited for that. But with the F1s, they can do a lot of work there because once again, Gornot doesn't have bazooka, so I'm surprised I didn't try to rush into here. I mean, he has fast transport, so should be possible. 242 unloaded. There's Maxims though, yeah, and the PT7s, of course. The problem is for Omamori that the Panzer IVs, you know, they don't go super well against the PT7. The PT7 can pen them relatively easily. This thing as well. Up in the town, both players got their flags. Omamori down in flags a little bit because he's lost. Yeah, he lost this one. He lost this one, and he lost this one. So lots of flags lost. 81mm mortar in the town, 50mm mortar in the town. Love to see that. This is an absolute unit, especially in places like this. Yeah, Gorno, Saperi get in there. That's going to be an issue. BT7s, look at that. Already killed one Panzer Panzer IV F1. The Panzer IIIs are just a little bit too late. Wow, bounces. I mean, this thing doesn't have a lot of armor. Then again, this thing also doesn't have a lot of pen with the regular round, which is using currently. Sostrup and everything were delayed. Oh, now they start going down. But the Gornos of Perry are in here, and yeah, the Strumpanier are coming, but might be a little bit too late. In the town here, Hubert Finglebum managed to grab this flag as well. There's just a row of cheap units here going forward. The Gornos can get into grenade range. Yeah, kill off the Panzer IV F1. Yeah, you have to be a little bit careful with that if you play. Oh, and deploy smoke. Wait, but here does have smoke. These don't. This one have smoke? Oh, is it the 50 mil? Yeah, it's a 50 mil. Oh, nice play there. The BT7s, no, they're still alive. They're up here now. They're just super annoying everywhere. The Pioneer can technically kill them. Probably not gonna happen. This is not necessarily a good fight for the for the Panzer IV. It will lose. 242 now pins. I mean, yeah, the amount of just cheap, cost-effective units rushing forward is really a problem. And then, of course, the 50 mil is an absolute beast in town fight. So Hubert here up for a really strong start. Love to see that. Panzer III is now coming. Has to be careful though, because he's already lost one to a heat grenade. Hubert is getting this back. He won against one Saperi. 2-on-1 the Champagne should win. But this is so nice. Like it's also 6-man, but it's legit the better loadout than the Sturmpioneer in terms of some machine guns, and then it has a TNT on top of it. So, and if he gets to throw that, he will win, and it's 5 points cheaper. It's also going to win against regular grenade thrower units, so it's just so nice. And if you go against like a 30-point CQC unit, you know, you can just buy 2 of these for every 1 that he brings. Fighter now coming in for the Boston. Honestly, I mean, this is a good fighter, don't get me wrong. Like, he has 2 30 mils and a 20 mil, so this is fantastic. However, he has, like, I don't know, I probably would just bring the fighter bomber that you have, because it's such a good tool. So much better, like so much more cost efficient. Like, you can use it as a fighter and then as a bomber. Like, for the recon plane, that's enough, at least. Not even sure if I would take this in my deck at all, honestly. Push here forward is happening. Shastru Beretta coming in. The Governor's Vedka is better though, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's just bigger. And it's only 5 points cheap, 5 points more expensive, yeah. Yeah, this is the problem now, that these things, like in these kind of situations, these might actually do okay-ish, because they are hybrid infantry. So if it pushes forward, the nice thing about these, you don't need to micro them so hard, because at every range that they are, they will be able to at least do something. So this 12 now coming in, forcing off the BF-109. Ooh, it's smoking. That's not good. I mean, this thing absolutely slaps. Like, this is a fantastic unit there. So Omamori slowly getting back in, but he's still down 1 flag here in the town. And I don't think it's going to get that back anytime soon. Also, since he didn't contest this, Hubert Finglebum managed to set up here. He even has a 45 mil here, which is dangerous. And now Mori is barely holding this flag, actually, so this is dangerous. Now Grilly and the Panther coming in. Don't know why they go up here. Yeah, I mean, he can contest this hill then, or start fighting whatever's up there. Do you see some more units coming in, reinforcing this? Oh, Panzergrenadier reveals itself, which is actually bad. Yes, it unloaded the Maxim, but now it's gonna get blasted by the OB-25 and the 45 mil, and that can't be good. At this OB-25 as well, yikes. Might lose him this flag, actually. MG42 opens up on the 45 mil. The MG42 should win now, I would think. PT7s are still here. I mean, these are dangerous for the Panzer III, especially at this range. Like, it doesn't fire all that fast. These things, meanwhile, cost half as much as the Panzer III. Now, yes, they go... No, they don't actually go down to one shot because only does like 6 damage. So, it's actually a very bad matchup for the Panzer III. These things are so dangerous. Yeah, they're easily stopped by anything with more armor, but up till then, they absolutely shred. They're so fast. These are so annoying. Another 50 mil coming in. This one is... No, it's not yet out of ammo. Oh, Gunner's Vetka goes down. Yeah, tanks in the towns can, or in general, can definitely be an issue for Gornostrolki, because once again, no bazookas. But we already had so far 1 or 2 tanks too close to the infantry, and then of course with the AT grenades they can work as well. Yeah, this is now the problem, right? Against heavy tanks there's not much that Gornostrolki can do. Like the SIS-2 can kill it, but there's no SIS-2, and it needs to be in APCR range to actually be able to reliably kill a Panther D. Still got a transmission damage. From what? Did the 45 mil actually get a transmission damage on it? That would be really bad. And the OBs are opening up. I mean, if they just continue shooting, the Panther D will go down eventually. Like, tanks can be killed by a G. It's gonna take a long time. Yeah, it's not it's not really damaged yet. But look at that. It starts, so these things, yeah, these are the fantastic artillery pieces. We see the first mortar come in. My issue with these is that they have less ammo than the other one, but they're still expensive. So, like, you're not gonna call in like, you get 4 of these per card, but you're not gonna call 4 of these in A phase anyway. Like, even regular mortars for 60 points, sometimes you might buy all of them, but more often than not you won't. So, yeah, and it has less ammo, so you just have to buy another one relatively soon. I don't think it's a good tool, to be honest. Because you pay so much and then you get so little out of it. In A phase at least, right? Now, mortars are of course always useful, but you know, if I buy it in A phase, then it's usually because I really need it, and then I want it to shoot for a while, and only being able to shoot for 5 salvos is not good. Oh, these are they within radio range? They are within radio range. Ooh, I think that Panther's gonna go down. In the town, meanwhile, Panzer III... Was it the Rector that did that? Yeah, that here died. I don't know to what. Maybe the BT7. That would be possible. Or the 50 mil. Like, these can actually kill them too. Panther is now on the move. But look at that. Now it's damaged. Yeah, I mean, if you add enough HE damage, it really does a lot. This flag now firmly secured by Hubert. Panzer III here did go down. There's not that much infantry left here. The 81 mortar has already been marked. It's not going after it yet, though. So things somewhat stable in the town for now, but I mean, look at that. There's much more here by Hubert Finglebum. He has outtraded YKOmamori quite nicely here. And, I mean, the armor is still a problem, but that can be dealt with, especially in B phase when he brings the M3s. And we're about to hit B phase. Ooh, 2 F1s here. Yeah, these... Now that the... what's it called? The OB-25 and the 45 mil are dead, these things can absolutely shred here. Like, these are such nice tools there. P40 coming in after... Oh, wow. One going after the half-track. Does he actually see? I think he does, yeah. Have to imagine. He does. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. Panther D is still alive. It's a big bomb below that. It gets the kill. Wow, that's 90 points down the drain. Yeah, you have to be careful with where you put these. I definitely wouldn't put it here when your opponent has sailed because he might actually, spot it. Problem is there's AA, so yeah, the fighter that got called in is going to be forced off once again. Yeah, I don't know. If your opponent starts the airplay, you rather like unless you really have to at this very moment, it's generally better to just invest into AA because it's going to help you long term, and the fighter can be stopped by your opponent's AA. This Maxim here cheekily grabbing this flag is nothing that Omamori can do at this moment. Panther also did go down, kind of missed what? Probably these because they were just shooting here. Is that the Panther? Yeah, the Panther. Okay, yeah, these killed the Panther. Yes, so good. Hurricane now coming in for these, and there's no AA still on Omamori's side. Now these are relatively easy to force off, not because they have low resilience and agility, they actually have medium resilience and agility, but because they are relatively slow. Failed to get the kill. This one lost line of sight. Yeah, the rockets, the rockets aren't that good. You get 6, they do 2 damage, so they often fail to kill, which is very unfortunate. This is just a problem with the Russian rockets, right? They are not great. Now we see an SDKF set 7-1. Yeah, this is a good answer. Oh, he has to be careful that it doesn't reveal itself to the hill, which he has taken though. Never mind. So it's actually okay. Still fails to get this kill as well. Wow, this thing sucks. BT7 here still alive though. Panzer III coming in. Problem is once again, BT7 can relatively reliably kill that Panzer III off. Hubert is now pushed back here though, so he has lost this flag and this one as well, so back to 12-12. Problem is, long term, I don't see Omamori really getting a good hold on these. Like, Finglebum still is definitely quite strong here. He can try to grab this back as well. Now we see Stick M42 here. In the town, yeah, things have quieted down. BT7 here is... what's he... oh, okay, he's retreating it. Safe position. Gornostrelki and Zaperi now coming in. Oh, now we see the M3s coming in. These are not super fast, but it's not that much slower than most tanks, so it's okay. And once again, like, this is so good. Like, the rate of fire are nothing spectacular, but having 2 guns is like you shoot twice for every time your opponent shoots. And like against a Panzer III, that this is the reconversion. The other one costs 40 points. Okay. Against a Panzer III, that costs 40 points. So just as much as the M3. The M3 will win very reliably. OB25 going after. Don't know what. 50 mil is shooting. Yeah, it's loosening this up. Problem is there's no follow-up right now, so I would probably wait with this, especially since it's low on ammo. Because while these things can kill, they usually do more suppression than actual killing. Oh, Pioneer here is getting suppressed. This flag regrabbed, this flag regrabbed as well, of course. So Mori back on Finglebum back on a 1410. And 76 mils. Just absolutely wrecking him. Panther A leader now. And the problem is, I think it's going to share the fate of these. Of the first Panther, honestly. Oh, look at that. The radio's gone though, I think. No, not because there's a Gorno Rosvetka coming in there. In the town, we do see some fighting going on. BT7 doing some suppression together with the 50 mil. Gorno Saperi could move forward. Another SDKF set in here. Oh, but this is a dangerous position. As these 2 might actually get the kill here. That would be devastating. It's easy. Oh no. Gets the kill. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Probably want to have some vision here before you drive anything out there, at least if it's something expensive. Oh, Pioneer. And this blob here of half-tracks and Pioneers, together with the Panther, managed to force all of this off. Looks like the BT7, forgot what it is, and the Panther fleet traded. Says 12 now on the run. Yeah, that's a heads-up play. you just see a row of snipers coming on this hill. Ooh, that might hurt actually quite a bit. I mean, we're in B phase where Omamori has his advantage, but like he's down so many points already, and he has yet to grab flags. So, truthfully though, he still has to equal out the income advantage that Finglebum had in A phase. So. Yes, pushing forward. Problem is the Rozvetska here will win against the Pioneer. Oh no! Oh no! Hubert has not been idle. He's called in so many planes. This is gonna be stuffed. This is gonna be. This is gonna hurt. The Hurricanes will probably. No, this one didn't get through because the SDK set is there. Oh, lost line of sight though, so the Hurricane can't actually go for the Panther. As the said, I think is too far back to actually kill off the Hurricane. Especially if it splits the fire, which it did, yeah. This one's turning around, might get the rockets off. Vision has been restored, I know by what. Ooh, fails to get the kill though, yeah. I mean, the rockets aren't that good actually. Oh, no. Says to getting another transport. Getting yet another transport! Ouch! Yeah, units unloaded, low on health, that's not good. Omamori could actually start poking here. There's not much protecting this. He is not trying to go for, it yet though. Which, yeah, I mean, if you look at the front line, you know, right? So you can maybe try to get around. I mean, it's the other thing. As long as you can clear out AT guns, if your opponent is strong in terms of CQC in the woods, you don't necessarily need to go into the woods. You just need to make sure that you can get around them without getting shot at. And if you could do that, that's perfectly fine. So this is one of these instances where you might want to try this. But of course, Omamori doesn't know that Hubert doesn't have that many AT guns. I would be careful if I was him too. BF-109 just... Oh, it did go for a strafe. Yeah, look, this is why. I mean, the 30 mil is a good strafer, but... I don't know. I still think I'd rather have bought a fighter bomber to do this, if I'm being honest. More reinforcements coming in for the hill. Yeah, he needs... Oh... the problem with this is, if something actually comes from here, it will get in relatively close, because the SDKFs can't see that far with the hill in the way, because it's so close to the hill. Also, it's a little bit dangerous, because I feel like this is a place that Hubert might contest later on. Oh, 45 mil. Get a turret stuck on the Panzer F1. Panzer F1 not responding. Either it hasn't spotted it, or the turret is stuck in a position where it can't shoot now, which sucks. This is such an annoying mechanic, because the tank of course aligns, like tries to show front armor to whatever it is engaging, but if the turret is stuck in a way that it cannot, that it's not facing forward, it will not shoot that, because it just isn't able to. Oh, Pioneer unloaded here. Not even choking. I would have waited with unloading this, because now the Saperi would have wasted its grenade on the SDKF set. It usually won't kill it, and then you can unload the Pioneer. And then your Pioneer should win. Oh, rogue coming in once. I mean, these reload pretty fast, so that's at least a positive thing of this. It took 3 of them to kill 1 Panzer IV. Wow, these are so bad. So I think I said when discussing the decks that the loadout is actually good. I mean, the gun loadout on these is good, not the actual rockets. Okay, so should have been more specific there. Yeah, Russian AT rockets are just very underwhelming. I mean, it's only 90 points per plane, which for a medium resilience plane with good guns, I feel like is okay-ish. But it is still slow, and once again the rockets don't kill. M3 now moving in. There's nothing here that can kill that. We do see 2 Stück M42s coming in. 2-on-1 they will win. 1-on-1 they will probably lose. The Panther can do it as well, of course. Hubert's still on a 13-11 though. He's still very secure in the town. He's grabbed this flag. Yeah, it's not looking good for YKOmamori, to be honest. Do we have here? Yeah, town is really nice and secure now. I mean, the Grenadiers here will stop. Oh, Grenadier will stop push forward for a bit, but not if everything. Like, I think Hubert could actually just Q move forward here. All the SDKF sets pouring in. I mean, they're a great tool. The problem is with the M3s and PT7s being around and so cheap, they're not actually that useful. Otherwise, like against the infantry, I do agree, because usually you don't want to use SDKF sets and light armor in general against Soviet divisions with lots of PTRSs, but this doesn't really have that many PTRSs or PTRDs, just AT rifles in general. So it actually works because the Gunner has the heat grenade. And I'm not really sure what I should think of it, to be honest. I almost feel like it would be better if they had PTRSs. I feel like, because I think the other units have AT grenades anyway. Well, I mean, I'm not complaining that they have a heat grenade. I definitely rather have them one than not, but like an AT grenade. But I still think, yeah, I think there's some huge missed opportunity. Look at this. He could have, like, if he tried to go for encirclement, he could have done this through these places here a long time ago, but he didn't. I mean, he's regrabbed his flag, but still hasn't found the new flag, right? So that's a big issue. And these are firing once again. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised that he hasn't actually bought another mortar or like the Wolfram. Just put it right there. I mean, he knows that there's two guns there. He can take them on out with one burst, and you're good. Look at that blob. The M3 died. I don't know to what. Stug M42 maybe. It's also possible it got suppressed by all of these. Like, it's something that you shouldn't neglect. If you have enough of these autocannons, they can suppress tanks to the point where the tank has to run. Now going after one of the SKF set and the Panzergrenadier. Oh, we do see an encirclement here, but he needs to do it. He needs to move things over here. He needs to finish it. Then he get this flag for sure, and he might be able to grab this. Now he can't hold it long term probably, but you know, encirclement does help. Although the Counter-Strike DP does have the rated trade, so it's not affected that much by it. Ooh, will he cut it off? He will. And we see rows of Panzergrenadiers coming in. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the answer here, like for the edge of the hill, yes, but he hasn't cleared this out yet, and he's not going to do this with the Panzergrenadier. He needs a Pioneer. Also, he could try to get into there, honestly. But we have reached sea phase, and we now have the big tools here. So the ISU-152 is already in, finding its first victim. KV-85 is coming in here as well, so we see a push for the forest, I guess, on the hill. Oh, look at that. The 76 mils killed off the SEK set. That's bad. That's very bad. Hurricane did go for the SEKF set, fails to kill it, or maybe killed that one. Oh, that's cheap. That one here? Yeah, maybe. Now rocket strike on a Panther. Oh no, the SEKF set is alive. It's back here. Yeah, he's queued up and move forward. That's a smart thing. I do this sometimes as well, because then you don't need to, like, just queue up enough of these, and you don't have to bother moving it again afterwards, because you, like, if things are hot, you don't have the time to do that every time. But currently 14-10 for Omamori as he regrabbed these two flags, and you know, he has a strong hold here. I would say what he needs is more AA, which is coming in right now, so that should definitely help him. He has to be careful though, because these can of course be killed by tanks. Hurricane going after next SDKF set. Gorno Sniper here spotting this. I mean, he managed to get in here and kill off the other unit. Gorno Strelki problem is has 6 PP shots, so it's not super easy. What was this marked? Ah, the back 40. I think the Panther's gonna go down as well. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these things are so disgusting. Like, they are so strong. Another ISU-152 here can cover off the edge of the hill. Really nice there. And half-track's going here, but the problem is there's nothing that actually secures this flank here in general, but the flag specifically either, so that's bad. Panzer IV now coming in for the town. I mean, the problem is that Omamori is running out of cheap and cost-effective tools. I wouldn't necessarily call the Panzer IV a very cost-effective tool, at least for the town not. but you know it's much cheaper than a Panther, and in CVS you only brought Panthers, which is a massive mistake. I don't know why Omamori decided to invest so heavily into, or to like bet everything on Panthers. Yeah, this is the issue with this, of course. So I do, as I say, I do it sometimes, but the issue with this is the artillery is now shooting there. Depending on how long it does that, when your AAP drives back in, it might still get hit. So, sometimes it's just better to leave it. Like if you can find the time to micro, I would say it's better if you just leave it at a position. Once it shoots, move it, and then you are sure that it's not gonna get hit because, like, look at that, it's going back in. I think now they stopped. Yeah, now they're retargeting. If they had continued, this thing would go down. Hurricane once again fails to kill the Panther D. But there's plenty of these, and they haven't died yet because they have medium resilience, so. Oh, Famo already on the fire. He's moving though. Oh, transport get hit instead though, that's not good. Do they get away? I think they do. Yeah, they do. Ooh, second one fails to get the kill as well. How damaged is it? Let's look at it. Not that damaged. These rockets are just terrible. Holy crap. Oh, Panther D. I think it did engage the IC-152. IC-152 must have missed. Was it hit in return? It looks damaged, so yeah, probably. It's now going after the Panther D. It's once again within radio range, so it will hit that. Oh, Panther D engaging another IC-152. He could have a pincer here. He decides not to do it though. Panther D doesn't hit. ISU-152 doesn't hit either. I think it's probably the Panther's gonna go down to these before the ISU can kill it. Is my prediction. Or it is so suppressed that it falls back. That's also possible. Now this one is engaging, but now it's too late. Yeah, mistimed a little bit. Very unfortunate there. Tanks coming in here. There's nothing here that can actually kill them, but of course, Hubert doesn't know that there's nothing here. Like, he has to expect something to be here that could deal with these. So he is careful, and yeah, calls in infantry first to go up the hill, and then he can follow up with the tanks. That's a smart way to do it. M3 is now pushing up. This should not be able to kill the Yak Panzer IV, but who knows what two of those at close range could do. Obviously we're from a time. It's a target-rich environment. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Unfortunately not quite where I needed. I think the riot here, would have done so much. But you know, he kills the M3, kills unit here. Everything is suppressed. This is just, in my opinion, a much better off-map. You know, because you can reload it. It can actually kill stuff. And it still pins everything. Like, look at that. Now he can move forward. He's a little bit too slow though. I would have, like, he doesn't have half tracks ready to go, which would have been the best thing, because then he could just drive through and start surrendering things. With the infantry, is unfortunately a little bit too slow. Some of these units might recover from their suppression till then. Hubert not falling back, but is calling in reinforcements. So he, yeah, I guess he's realized that there's nothing here to follow up from Omamori, and decided that he just leaves his units there instead of retreating them and giving up the position. Still, 14-10, so Omamori is slowly working his way back in terms of tickets. But the problem is, once again, I think he's running out of, you know, cost-effective, cheap, affordable units. Because we do see a Panther here, which of course is a great tool, but not sure if you wanna have to rely on that. Can definitely deal with the M3. The KV-85 will be okay to deal with as well, because at max range, this wing will actually struggle a lot. The Panther also outranges it, and the Panther should still relatively reliably kill the KV-85. A pen, I mean. At a closer range, though, the Panther is a terrible tool against the KV-85. In terms of price, I haven't actually checked. Yeah, this thing is relatively cheap for what it can do. Like, up close, this is a terrible trade for the Panther. IC-152 finds another target. Oh, the Yak Panzer. Yeah, that needs to retreat. And as I said, I mean, okay, I get it. I guess. At close range, this is actually okay against the KV-85. Just kind of contested at range, that's the problem. But at close range, both should have a decent chance to pen each other. And the Yak Panzer 4A0 is actually cheap. Recon coming. Oh no! Hubert has saved. I was wondering why he's not pushing back, and that's why. He has a row of Bostons coming. Yeah, this will eviscerate everything. And then we have Hurricanes too for the Panzers. This is so bad. I think all of this is gonna die. Like legit. Yeah, look at that. I mean, the rockets don't do it, but the bombs will. 2 Panzers go down. Infantry is pinned and hurt and has to fall back. Wow. And the problem is, Hubert can do this again and again and again. Like the farmers are not great at shooting things down, so they will stop planes, but they won't shoot them down. They will run out of ammo so fast. So Omamori needs to be ready to resupply. Also, all his AA is down south, so up north he can basically do whatever he wants. We're from now coming in though. So Mori not just sitting there, he now has to react. Oh, that's a good. Oh, look at that! Woo! Okay, didn't kill that much, but everything's pinned again. He got some kills. It always makes fun looking at this thing or big bombs just obliterating a part of the map. I don't know. Don't know if it's a good thing to find this funny, but it's always great to see it. Oh, Panther D gets a kill on the ISU-152. And one of these down. There's 4 to work with. I think only 1 died so far, right? Not mistaken. This one's engaging now as well. Panther is retreating though. Stuk M42 is still on the hill. The SU-152 can definitely finish that off. That's a 2k HE one, right? Oh no, it's not 2k. Oh no, this is the regular one. There's a support one. I think it's 2k HE. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, if it's its last AP shell, so the Panther could actually re-engage now. Panther here just pushing forward alone. Like, this is very dangerous. You don't know, like, he doesn't know if there's some AT guns somewhere hidden, and he can't see it either. Also, I mean, if the KV-85 comes around the corner here, that's definitely in range where I can kill the Panther. 25 mils now going after. Yeah, after the Wurfrahmen. Is there radio? I don't think so. No, without radio they're not super accurate. That being said, they still fire very fast, so they can still do a lot of damage, and the ammo, like, depending on how large the spread is, the ammo might actually get hit. Wolfram should still be moved though. It's already targeting the next area. Off map coming in now on Hubert's side. He's recaptured this flag, so he's still down 1 flag with these 2 flags on the hills being under Omamori's control. Oh no, sorry, these 2. I think this one is on blue side by default. Oh, that one lands close to the ammo. And without the ammo, the Wolfram is basically useless. Like, this thing is very ammo hungry. Oh, now we see Alcyone coming in, so Omamori returning to favor. Yeah, he has also saved up on 3 Alcyones. Oh, Wolfram goes down. Wow, that's devastating. Yeah, I should have moved that. I'm surprised he hasn't moved a lot of units because, like, he knows that these are here and they are shooting. Famo is already out of HE, by the way, so it's effectively useless as a AA piece. There's AA, but yeah, against the Alcyone it's not going to do much. Doesn't kill that much though. A lot of units survive. Not a volley of bombs coming in. Was that it? I think that was it. Oh, something did just go down here. Panzer in the town. Yeah, this is not the place where you want this. Oh, revenge coming in the form of some P40s and some Bostons. Fails to kill though. Might kill the half-tracks actually. Where did the Boston go? Oh, that's a problem. The SU-152 out here is going to be a problem. Now we see the row of Hurricanes. 4 Hurricanes, yeah, I mean, together before he should be able to kill that Panther, I would think. Definitely hope so. Yes, down it goes. Only took 2. Wow. After all we've seen, I wasn't hoping for Hurricanes to do anything really. Omamori's still on a 14-10 though. He has re-grabbed this flag momentarily, but he's gonna lose it. Yeah, half stacks go down to the grenades. Down south, I mean, is Hubert building up forces here to push back in? Yeah, Panzer IV on a little flanking position. That could potentially be really bad. The problem is 2-on-1 ISU 152 and KV-85. The Yak Panzer IV will lose. There's another ISU 152 in, shooting at some infantry that has revealed itself. Panther is just chilling here. He can't actually see anything from here. He needs to move it somewhere I can actually do some work. He could engage the ISU 152, you know. It's risky, of course, but he could do it. Marder free in. I mean, against the KV-85 up close, this thing is actually very cost efficient. And this only has 8 damage, right? So, yeah, and it costs twice as much as the Marder. So up close, the Marder is definitely a good tool. I guess another weakness of this division, right? You get access to your heavy stuff in sea phase, but you have nothing medium or light then. So while like the mix of units that you have in Gornostroki is great, but I'd rather have like all these tools in every phase than having them distributed throughout the phases, honestly. Off map going down, there's not much here anymore though, so I mean Hubert could just walk through at this point basically. And I mean there's lots of half tracks coming in. The problem is they are all gonna get killed by the M3. More reinforcements coming in. Ammo for the FAMO. Could also repair the Panzer F4 F1 then. Not a FAMO here moving into position. This is risky because the CS2 can kill it, and the CS2 will win, I would assume. And the SU-152 is here as well, so if it shows up here, it's going to be dead. Usually, I would say you can use the 88 as AT piece or HE piece at 2k range if your opponent has nothing to contest it. And if he has something that can contest it, it sometimes can be okay. Like if you go against a Firefly or something, that's actually okay as a T-piece. However, I don't want to do this with the FAMO because the FAMO will go down in 2 hits because it's a transport, a vehicle. It's armored, I think, because I'm not actually sure if it goes down with 2 hits. It's possible that it actually only takes 1. I don't know how it's classified. I would assume it's probably 2 hits, but who knows. Marder finding a transport kill here. Everything alone. Oh, we see the Moskai after now. IC-152 and KV-85 opening up. Not on the Marder though, interestingly, but on the Grenadier instead. And this would be a great place to bomb. However, there's a SIS-12 here. Not a Wolfram. Yeah, this is also good. This is also a good place for Wolfram strike. Problem is off maps going down here, and yeah, Omamori will lose this. And I think this flag will probably flip as well. And there's not much here to actually hold this flag afterwards. Yeah, Panzer IV F1 has been repaired. Panther A now moving in there. Looks like the Panther D died. Don't know to what. Must have been the IC-152. Yeah, there's 1 AP shell less. And there's, it could be that one. Oh, and another. Okay, this is kinda needless. Because he has the off map already anyway. Also, I feel like he might suppress his own units now. I think that was actually bad. It's a bit of an... Yeah, look at that. And this artillery too. Okay, not all of them are suppressed, I guess. Yeah, Panzer IV survives! This is so ridiculous. These people are so bad. Like, just because they managed to kill a tank before doesn't mean they're actually good. A flag flipped, 12-12. Hubert Finglebum still in the lead, though, in terms of tickets. Wow, that's really bad. Now we see a row of Alcyones in response. Time for retaliation, I guess. But he goes for the wrong place. If he wants the flag back, he needs to go for this. He doesn't need to go for that. I mean, this is a choosy target. I do get it, and it's probably worth in the long run, but 13-11 now, actually, for Finglebum, as he grabs what? This flag now with 1 single Gorno Strel. Yeah, the Guerrilla could have gone here and prevented that, but It's not in the right position now. Famo moves forward to try and stop it, but it now reveals itself as this 2, which is bad. Gets a pen. Okay, so it takes 2 hits then. Guerrilla opens up, but I don't think it's going to save the Famo. Famo goes down. Yeah, that's a problem. At 76 mils now, we go after the other Famo here. Might kill that. The Opal Blitz has resupplied one, but it hasn't resupplied this one. If he loses the ammo, that's bad. Yak Panzer 4 here. So the Alcyones killed some infantry, but the vehicles are still alive. Yak Panzer 4 has not re-engaged yet. Another Panzer A coming in for the center. Yeah, that's ballsy. Also, as I said, this flag's about to flip. It's calling reinforcements on the hill. The problem is, yeah, it's not really working super well. There's infantry there already. I'm still surprised that this has not even been targeted once. Like, oh no, SCF set hasn't been moved anymore. No, it isn't. So, probably gonna go down now. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, the Wolfram, like, it's all there. All he needs to do is target it, but he's not doing this. Hurricane's coming in for the Panther. Panther's too far forward. There's no AA to actually protect it. This Famo's falling back. This one has no ammo. The SDKF side is under fire. Yeah, it's moved first and then moving. Yeah, Hurricanes get the kill. Not looking good. Another off map going down here. It's gonna mostly get his own units killed though. So the SIS-2 did go down. But the IS-152 now kill off the Guerrilla. Panzer moves in. I can definitely kill the Gorno Strelki there. But look at that. Hubert finally decided that it's time for him now to push into town, and he's just, yeah, he's just moving through. Nothing here to stop him. So 13-11 once again. Oh, nice little. Oh, if this SDKF set moves a little. Oh no, he can't cut it off because this one is raided trade. Ah, this is annoying. Yeah, you don't realize how strong the raided trade can be until you're in a situation where you really would need to cut off your opponent to grab a flag, and then you realize that it just doesn't work. More of the Alcyones are coming back in. Wow, what a plane spam. If this one moves a little bit further forward, it can actually kill the half-track with the AT grenade. Yeah, not anymore now because the half-track is focused on it, so now it can't move anymore. Panzer 4, yeah, I mean, nothing here can stop that. Except for the ISU-152, but it only has 1 AP shell left. Problem is the Panzer 3, I think, should struggle to pen. Don't remember what's the... Yeah, the armor is not that... It's relatively big, is what I wanted to say. Ooh, Panzer A, surviving once again. We're kinda used to that now, aren't we? Boston, I don't know what he bombed, but he bombed something. Oh, the Panzer... Oh, gets the kill. Ooh. AA now coming in. Where from on the move, he was focused by the 76. Has it even shot once? No, it hasn't. So he's called this in for a lot of points and then decided not to use it. That's bad. Oh, the encirclement. Yeah, Ground Circle has been encircled, so the flag has been recaptured. 13-11 still, though. He had this flag for a brief moment, but now that's gone again. Finally, the Wolfram targets something, but it goes after the KV-85 instead of all of these units that did so much damage. I mean, at this point, to be honest, it's probably reasonable to go after this rather than the artillery, because the artillery always takes some time to actually pay off, and he really needs to find flags now, so whatever is preventing him from grabbing flags is what should be targeted. Probably, but you know, he has the Mar that I can do that as well, so I don't know. Probably and especially it doesn't have any good infantry, so I'd rather target this with it, get rid of the infantry, and then, you know, use your armor to actually kill this off. I don't know. He gets a kill though. So more Alcyones did go in, bombed this. 15-9 though for Hubert Finglebum now, as he grabs his flag, because there's nothing here, grabs the one in the town, still holds that one. Wow. Wow. Absolutely backbreaking for Omamori. Yeah, I mean, it's really not... I mean, he called in, I don't know. I think him refusing to deal with this is part of what has led to this. But, I mean, we have to say that Hubert pushed super nicely in A phase. He made good use of the strength of his division. And in B phase, he didn't rush it, right? He took his time. and strike back heavily with all his planes that he had. The artillery that's still doing a lot of work, and of course he's taking advantage of his tanks that he now has. More Alkiones coming in. Yeah, it's an easy solution. I'm not sure if it's these that he's already used or if he's even bought more. But the problem is when your line is crumbling, planes are not the thing that you want to buy. And I mean, yeah, he just hasn't moved some key units enough. He hasn't resupplied his AA, which has killed him. That Panther's now gonna die. And he sport this and does not use it. I think he's also just invested a little bit too much into units that didn't do much, like the Wolframen, or now this Panther right here, or this fighter, which actually has failed to kill anything yet. I think he's gonna get the first kill. Yeah, but it's gonna go down now. Return. Imagine. More hurricanes coming in. Yeah, every tank that YKOmamori shows now will just immediately get destroyed. And there's waves of Bostons and P40s, of course. Yeah, there's not much that Omamori can do at this point. The problem with 2060 is that its AA is relatively weak. Like, 88s can be good to stopping planes, but 88s are very good at stopping a single plane. They're not so good at stopping, like, a swarm of planes. 45 minutes, 52 seconds, and YKOmamori surrenders. I mean, yeah, his spell trade has been outtraded heavily, and we've seen it. It definitely felt that way. Like, look at that, 4922, 3230. That's a massive difference right there. Let's look at the kills real quick. So, yeah. I mean, the Gornos did some work in the town and on the hill, I feel like, at the start. 50 mils, of course. And look at the P40. Look at this thing go. So much value. This one as well. And the 76, yeah, look at that. Kill the Famo, kill the Panther. That's like 250 points already. Panther on top. Just a chef's kiss on top of it. Yeah, it's SS2 as well. Wow, look at this thing go. This one as well. It killed so many units quite unnecessarily. Yeah, the SDKF set was definitely the SDKF set was huge. Wouldn't have stopped all the Bostons and whatnot, but still, could have made a difference. Yeah, he had, oh my god, so many units lost. KV85 did quite well there as well. Yeah, I mean, look at that one against two Jagdpanzer, 4A0s. I mean, as I said, up close, I feel like these can actually do something against the KV85, but at range, a KV85 will be much, much better. And that's not a great matchup. And then the SU-152, of course. Yeah, it's crazy. On the other side, we do have some units that did okay, but nothing here, performed extraordinarily. Like the Panther D did some work. Here, for example, some infantry units still off work. This Panther actually as well, but it's just not enough. The Wolframen maybe barely paid itself off. Maybe not even. Could have if it had moved. Then we have the Alkyone. I actually got some kills, but didn't pay itself off. I think it didn't actually achieve enough in terms of damage and all that. So yeah, interesting game. Hope you enjoyed watching it. I think it was a blast. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day and see you next time.